Festspace is a HERA-funded research project that explores how festivals and events affect the inclusivity of Europe's urban public spaces. The project brings together researchers from 5 universities in Barcelona, Glasgow, Gothenburg, London and Dublin. It recognises that European cities have a very long tradition of hosting festivals and events in public spaces. Cities use festivals and events to further many different kinds of objectives, including cultural engagement and social inclusion. Our research is particularly interested in examining how festivals and events enable or indeed restrict access to public spaces, including how effectively they facilitate interactions and exchanges between people from different kinds of backgrounds. The Dublin-based researchers have a particular interest in examining commemorative events because Ireland is currently marking a decade of centenaries with a programme of events. But of course, many commemorative events right across Europe have had to be downscaled, postponed or cancelled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In this video, we talk about the importance of such commemorative events and discuss the disruptive effect that the pandemic has had on these activities.
To see the truth around you, from a distance you can tell. To be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here.
Before events everywhere were disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic, the Dublin-based researchers had been investigating the importance of commemorative events. Back in autumn 2019, Dublin City Libraries organised a commemorative exhibition called Goodbye Dublin, the War of Independence in the City. The researchers spent some time interviewing members of the public who went to see the exhibition, asking them why they had come, what they had enjoyed about their visit, and what the exhibition had meant to them. In response, interviewees spoke about how the exhibition reminded them of the city's history and encouraged them to reflect on contemporary life. It prompted them to think about their own identity in terms of themselves, their families, and aspects of the city more generally. Often, they were prompted to express gratitude that they had not experienced armed conflict in their own lifetimes, and many subscribed to the view that these types of exhibitions really help you frame where you are in the world and how we can perhaps avoid something like this happening in the future. Some of the research quotes that follow give good insight into the importance that people attach to commemorative events today.
Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Commemorative events like these are important because they help us remember and reflect upon the past and its relationship to today. In remembering, we honour people who have gone before us and acknowledge actions and activities that have helped shape contemporary society. When the memories involve difficult past experiences like warfare, colonisation, suffering and death, then the process of remembering can be difficult. But it can play a cathartic role in helping societies come to terms with issues from the past. The curtailment and cancellation of many of these events has meant a significant loss, not only to collective remembering and reflection, but also to community enhancement, knowledge sharing and capacity building. We recently undertook interviews with local authority heritage officers, and these revealed the investment of creativity, time and collective energy that local people collectively make in planning these events. But they also revealed the depth of disappointment and upset felt when plans have had to be curtailed or cancelled. In testimony to the spirit and determination of the community groups involved, many events have indeed been creatively reworked and delivered in various ways by, for example, live stream, as podcasts, recorded lectures, or produced in publications of various kinds. However, these are only partial substitutes. As the Heritage Officers explained, the very essence of commemorative events depends on people physically coming together, often in the specific place that resonates with historical significance. The experience of local people publicly standing together in situ, remembering and honouring the significance of their locality, is very powerful and cannot be replaced virtually. Yet, as the last few months have shown, in times of adversity, a profound human response is to unite in solidarity and commemoration. Everywhere, groups of people have come together and publicly signalled their desire to collectively honour frontline workers and remember those lost to the pandemic. In highly symbolic acts, where people have effectively made public space together at a time when access to so many public spaces has been restricted, communities have ceremoniously lit up buildings, illuminated windows with candles, come out onto the streets to applaud frontline workers, and decorated their windows with messages. This fundamental human desire to create public space in these ways, so as to openly demonstrate togetherness in support and remembrance of others, has been a heartening feature of this most difficult period. It augurs well for a return to commemorative and indeed a return to all kinds of events in the future. As researchers on this Festspace project, we see much scope for further exploring the critical need that humans have to gather collectively and publicly to commemorate. Going forward, we will continue our efforts to understand how the availability and nature of public space shapes different kinds of collective efforts to remember and reflect on the past.